top of your first sheet. You'll grab some more melted butter and brush the top of it. For the bottom layer of the phyllo dough, you want to do this 10 times. So use 10 sheets of phyllo dough each time, brushing the top with butter before placing the next sheet on top. If you're not working with phyllo dough for a little bit, you want to take a damp cloth and cover it so the phyllo dough doesn't dry out. So you'll take 1/3 of your chopped cashew mixture and spread it on top of the phyllo dough. Make sure it's spread out evenly. And then you'll want to place another sheet of phyllo dough on top of that. And again, brush the top with the melted butter once it's in there. For these middle layers, you're going to want to layer 6 sheets of phyllo dough on top of each other, brushing each time with the melted butter. Once you get those 6 layers on there, you want to take half of the remaining cashew mixture and evenly spread that on top. Again, you'll repeat stacking 6 more sheets of phyllo dough on top of that. Again, brushing each layer with the melted butter. Cashew mixture on top. Again, making sure it's spread evenly. For your finalized layers of phyllo dough, you'll use 8 of them. Again, it's very repetitious, but you'll brush the tops each time with melted butter. Once you get the last layer of phyllo down there, you'll just take the remaining melted butter, really thoroughly coat that top layer with the butter. The more butter, the better, right? And you'll notice that the phyllo dough is a little bit bigger than the pan. You'll notice that the edges are sort of thicker layers of the phyllo dough. What I'd like to do is take a knife and trim off that excess phyllo dough. You can leave it there, it just will get kind of really crusty and brown when you bake it. And you'll end up cutting it off probably anyways once you're done baking. Once you get it turned up, you'll bake it at 350 degrees for 30 minutes. Should be pretty golden brown. Here's it after 30 minutes of baking, and then you'll take your knife. I like to cut it into 24 triangles. I cut it in thirds one way and fourths the other way. Cut it into those squares into triangles. Once you get finished cutting the triangles, you're going to have to put it back in the oven for probably additional 10 to 15 minutes until it's nice and golden brown. ooze into the cracks, make it super, super delicious. Once you pour the syrup on, you want to let it cool for another couple hours to its room temperature, and then you can cover a plastic wrap. It'll keep up to 5 days at room temperature.